COVID-19 pandemic for quite some time now, and there seems no conclusive indication of this pandemic will be ending soon. As we all know, the impacts of this pandemic has been massive and devastating. In Indonesia itself, there has already been approximately 488,000 of positive cases reported, while worldwide there has already been 1.34 million people who have died due to this coronavirus. I'm pretty sure we're all very devastated, and we all are looking forward into getting back into our normal life. But the truth is, sadly, the virus is still here around us. Thus, I think it is important for us to question and ask ourselves and reflect ourselves, what can we do or what should we do to survive with this pandemic? Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Ayska Rahma Daffadilla. I am from monthly JOMBANG, and today I am standing here to deliver my speech about how we can preserve our mental and physical health during this pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the World Health Organization, COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the newly discovered coronavirus. Because this is an infectious disease, meaning that it can escalate and spread very quickly and easily. This means that every human being living in this world, whether he or she is a newly born baby or an elder, whether they are living in the north or living in the south, whether it's you or me, we are very susceptible to this disease. COVID-19 is putting us in a situation where we are all trying our best to survive. This pandemic has affected us in so many ways. Now, there is something positive we can get from this pandemic, and that is now we are constantly and continually taking care of our health and also realizing how important it is to maintain our hygiene. But however, on the other side, COVID-19 also gives us risks and harms. And these risks and harms not only include physical harm, but also mental harm. I would like to begin to elaborate more on my first negative effect, and that is physical harm. Now, this is actually a very obvious risk. Our body is very easy to get infected by the virus if we do not follow the protocols and measures that once again and again have been conveyed by our governments and medical scientists, such as wearing a mask and practicing social distancing. The message is actually quite simple. If we do not follow the protocols, such as wearing the mask and following social distancing, then our body is very easy to get exposed with the virus without even realizing it. The truth is, when large gathering happens, the opportunity and the chance for the virus to spread quickly and to many people is highly likely. Thus, practicing social distancing and restricting social interactions will help reduce the disease transmission. Droplets of human fluids such as saliva or mucus from an infected person can circulate in the air by sneezing and coughing. According to scientists, when someone coughs or when someone sneezes, the bacteria stays in the air up to several feet and stays suspended in the air for 10 minutes. Imagine yourself not wearing a mask and standing below that air. That is why following these protocols such as social distancing is the primary protocol that must be followed. Another protocol that is crucial is washing your hands. Now, washing your hands, especially after going outside, is very essential. The right way to wash your hands is by leaving them washed for no less than 20 seconds. Or some people say you can sing happy birthday twice while washing your hands. Now, besides washing your hands, you can also wash the surfaces you see daily, such as tables, doorknobs, or keys. It can be anything you see on your daily lives, because by this, we are also preventing from getting infected by the virus. By doing these activities and following these protocols, we are reducing and avoiding the respiratory droplets that might have been in contact with the hands and might get us infected. Ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned before, there is another negative effect by this pandemic, and that is mental harm. Let me remind you all that healthiness has also a mental and psychological aspect. Studies have revealed that 73% of the patients have experienced increased anxiety, and up to 84% of the patients have experienced increased depression. Now, I know everyone is very devastated and we are very overwhelmed and pressured by the life pressures that is impacted with this pandemic. Staying positive, especially in times like this, isn't realistic. I know staying positive and being comfortable with our life today aren't easy things to accomplish. Breakdown of social support and stigma can be one of the causes of short-term mental health issues, while other factors such as economic loss can be one of the potential and possibilities of long-term mental health issues. Now, the following question that we haven't answered is, what can we do to maintain our mental health? You know, there are many things we can do, but today I'm going to tell you guys the ones that I think are worth trying. The first one is avoid or reduce news feed. What I mean by this is that try to reduce the amount of news that makes you depressed and anxious. Instead of just continually watching, reading, or listening to news that makes you depressed, try to avoid them. Or if you can't, just reduce them. Because the thing is, if we feel pressured, the more pressure we get, the more burden we get. And the more burden we get, the more stressed we become. Now this is correlated to my second solution. Instead of being stressed, come on, let's try to be a little bit positive. Well, not a little bit, but let's try to be positive. I know this is something that isn't easy, and I totally understand this since we are all fighting this pandemic together and we are all suffering together, we are all fighting through this pandemic together. But the thing is, if we are positive, our minds are optimistic. And when our minds are optimistic, it will be very easy to do things in our life. Our life will be just so much easier and lighter. So try doing that. And the last one and most important one is always believe that God is always with you all. And with His will, anything can happen. If you truly believe in God, then you will always feel empowered, energized, and encouraged to face life with positivity, confidence, and hope. Ladies and gentlemen, those were some strategies and tips we can try doing during this pandemic. Now, I know for some of you this is not easy, but like I mentioned before, let's try to stay positive from now on. Let's believe in our capacity and our ability to go through this pandemic together and stay safe and healthy, not just physically, but also mentally as well. Thank you all for your attention. I am Ayska, Rahma, Daffadilla, and I hope you all a healthy and happy life. Bye!